Good afternoon. It's been a few days, but I'm now back. I wanted to thank everyone for continuing on in this journey with me, and I really appreciate the comments that I'm getting. One of the reasons I appreciate the comments is sometimes I think, well, am I boring people? Maybe, you know, um, whatever. Maybe I should not be posting or whatever, but it really helps me to stay on target when I do post. And so I do appreciate those comments because it says that I'm important to you. And that's important to me. How's that? So today is day 27. And since I talked to you last, I had an opportunity to meet with my radiation oncologist and also my medical oncologist to determine whether or not I was going to go with treatment or was I going to not go with treatment. I have made the decision actually to go with it, to go for the treatment. And what that means for me right now is they're looking at 6 weeks. They're looking to eradicate my cancer between the chemo and the radiation, which is done simultaneously. They have found over the years that that works the best. And so hopefully by the end of this, it will be reduced and hopefully just be a scar. I like that thought anyway. But so this is what it would look like. So for the next 6 weeks on Monday, if that's the day I start, it doesn't matter what days. But so the first day, you have both chemo and radiation. And it takes about, they said you can count on being there for about 4 hours between the two. And it takes there's two different medications that they're using for the chemo. So it's an hour for one and an hour for the other to be put into your system. And then the next 4 days would be radiation only, and then you have Saturday, Sunday off, and then you start all over again. And you do that for 6 weeks, so my chemo would be 6 times is all it would end up being. And then they would check and see how it's doing. Is it reduced? Is it what's going on? And then we would go from there. And hopefully they could go right to immunotherapy. And if that's the case, then that would last approximately a year. So one of the first things that's going to happen now is I will have an education day that educates me on what to expect when doing the chemo/radiation and where to go for help or if you need it, and all the services that are available to make my life a little easier with any side effects that I might have. So that's one day. And then another day they've got it set up for me to get my port, which would be on the right-hand side of my chest because my cancer is on my left. Okay, so the port. And in a couple of days, I meet with the radiation people because they are going to determine, and they actually do a tattoo on my chest and on each of the sides, and that's where the radiation is going to go. And so we're getting ready for the whole thing, okay? One of the reasons that I had a really tough time deciding whether or not to seek treatment. For one thing, I just don't take a doctor's word at their face value. I really have to question, and I have to determine for myself, why should I or should I not? Is it important to me? Why is it important to me? Et cetera, et cetera. And one of the reasons that I was having difficulty even thinking about it is the side effects, okay? I'll have to be really honest. One of the, because I've had too many friends that have chosen to seek treatment and never had the time to really recover and never really had quality of life after that. So this was really hard for me to even contemplate, if you want to know the truth. The other thing is I find that I'm really not afraid to die. So it's like, okay, whatever. If I have 5, 6 months of really good quality, that's all I can ask for. I think that's pretty amazing, actually. What changed my mind is when I saw the radiation oncologist and I listened to what she had to say and what they were determining to do and what the odds of it were, and so on and so forth. One of the things that she said to me, first of all, I just want you to understand that, number one, you do not look 80. Number two, your body does not say it's 80. So you have a very high chance of living longer, and not to have to worry about not being able to recover. And we really think that you will do very well and that you won't have as many side effects. Not that anybody knows until you get into it, you understand. So it really made me sit up and take notice, and I thought, well, maybe if I really can manage to, if I can manage to not have too severe side effects, and of course, I can go for 5 days and decide it's too much for me, and I can say, nope, I'm done now, and go on with my life. So I thought with the options that maybe I owe it to myself to give it a shot. So that's why I'm trying it out, to see what's going to happen. And I have also made the decision that if I'm going to do this, it's going to either be fun or I'm not doing it at all. So with the help of my great-grandkids, this is what I'm going to do each time that I go in for a session. I have these I love Disney, and I have ever since I was a kid, and we used to watch the Mouseketeers on TV with Annette Funicello and whoever the guy was, I can't remember. But anyway, so I have these great Mouseketeer ears. So one day there will be this one, and then I have the Captain America, which is pretty exciting. And then I have this one that actually lights up. I'm going to wear that one day. And this one has sparkly ears. What more could I ask for? This is a real girl thing. And then this is Stitch's ears. And this movie just came out, so I just got these and these little great-grandkids gave them up easily for me to use. So is that exciting or what? So I decided that I will wear or do something Disney-ish every day that I go in. And one of the things that I have that I bought when we were in New Orleans, and I couldn't resist them, I have these great Vans shoes that are Mickey Mouse and Friends. It's got Pluto, and it's got the dogs, and it's got Minnie and Mickey and Donald and whoever else. So I fully intend to wear those every time I go in, because I am going to stay positive no matter what. And I will choose to do this 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time, which is very important to me. I cannot look at 6 weeks. I cannot look at a year. But I can do it 1 week, 1 day. So that's what I'm doing. So today, my challenge to you is to just go out and do something fun just for you. Silly. Make it silly. We need to do more silly stuff. Just because we're getting up there in years doesn't mean we have to be all serious about this stuff. So go out, enjoy yourself. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.